What is going on, everybody? It's James from the Maltese Geek, and I just want to say, hope you're having an amazing New Year's Eve. 2020 is finally over, thank God. Alright? It's so many problems, so much stuff going on around the world. It's insane. Hopefully 2021 will be the year that things start to get right. But before we begin today's review, if you could, like this video, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell to stay up to date on all things pop culture, and be sure to share this video around. Every bit of support helps me. With that being said, let's do this. This is my review for Wonder Woman 1984. The first Wonder Woman film was an example of a female superhero film done right. They managed to make the character relatable and inspiring in a way where they didn't turn her into a flawless, overpowered Mary Sue. You know who I'm talking about. If you know, you know. They actually showed Diana trying to overcome her problems, and anytime she made a mistake, she learned from it, instead of pinning the blame on someone else and not giving a damn about the consequences. Aside from that, a good story with great characters, some damn good fight scenes, and some great special effects. It really made it into one of the best female superhero films out there. And when a sequel was announced, I thought it was going to be just as good, if not better, than the first one. Unfortunately, it's with a heavy heart. I have to say this is not the case. This film is like RoboCop 2. The first film was phenomenal, really. But when the sequel dropped, the quality dipped. It's watchable, but a barrage of problems stopped this film from reaching its true potential. The story isn't anything special. It's just a MacGuffin story set during the 80s. And despite an okay plot, there were plot holes that made no sense in the overall DC timeline. I mean, they showed Diana using abilities that she never showed during her other times when she was in other films. I mean, she didn't turn stuff invisible in Batman vs. Superman, and she sure as hell didn't fly in Justice League. The visuals themselves, they were underwhelming, unfortunately. A step down from the first one. I was expecting better in a sequel to one of the most profitable female superhero films. Unfortunately, it is what it is. The fight scenes were unimpressive, uninspiring, a downgrade, really, to the point where you could tell they were using wires, especially during the third act when she was fighting against Cheetah. It wasn't natural. You could tell it was fake. It just breaks the overall immersion. Speaking of Cheetah, Kristen Wiig did a good job playing the bumbling, socially awkward Barbara Minerva. I thought she wasn't going to pull it off, but she actually did, to my surprise. Unfortunately, the character model for Cheetah herself was not impressive. A step up from that god-awful Cats film. But still, it could have used a bit more work. It could have used just a bit more time in the oven. And as for the Cheetah persona, what it was okay, they failed to show that feral side of Cheetah that we all know from the comics. I was expecting this unhinged, like ferocious, wild, snarling Cheetah character, yet I didn't see that. I saw her being extremely emotional, giving in to anger and hate, but nothing that said that's Cheetah. That is Cheetah. If she were to appear in a sequel, which is now confirmed, actually, which I highly doubt she will make an appearance in. They've got a lot of work to do to fix this character, both from a CGI perspective and from a character perspective. Now, one of the best things about this film was the cast. Again, Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, Pedro Pascal, Kristen Wiig, they all shine in their respective characters. Great chemistry between Chris Pine and Gal Gadot's Diana and Steve especially. I was there were emotional scenes. They did a good job with those scenes. Some were a hit miss, but that final scene that they shared together really showed why those two were the highlights of this film. If it wasn't for them, this film would have suffered greatly. Pedro Pascal, I gotta give him credit. He did a good job playing Maxwell Lord. I was expecting a proper Machiavelli type of character as he is in the comics, but it is what it is. For what it's worth, it was acceptable. They could have improved a bit, but that's just me. Is it a good superhero film? Yes. Is it a good female superhero film? Yes. Barely, but it's good for what it's worth. Is it the best? No, it's not the best female superhero film, okay? The first one trumps it. Honestly, this film to me is a 6. It's good, but not great. The problems it has hinder it from reaching its potential. If they had just kept that same quality as they had in the first film, then this film would have been an 8. Hell, maybe an 8.5. But as it is, this film's a 6. I was expecting more from this. I guess it's my fault. I guess I went into this with high expectations. But Patty Jenkins, man, I was expecting more from you, you know. Hopefully, with the third one now being confirmed, you might resolve some of these issues. This time, try to actually fix these problems. So yeah, that is my opinion. That is my review for Wonder Woman 1984. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Did you see it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you think of What did you think of Gal Gadot and Chris Pine's Diana and Steve? Did you like Kristen Wiig's Cheetah? Did you like Pedro Pascal's Maxwell Lord? Was it a good story? What did you think of the visuals? Let me know in the comments below. And with that being said, as I mentioned in the beginning, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell, stay tuned for future content. Be sure to share this video around. Okay, every bit of support helps me. Really, you guys are the reason I'm doing this. And I will see you next time.